Welcome to MCpodcast, aka Men of Culture Podcast, and in this video today we are talking about
Death Note
and whether or not the ending of Death Note ruined the anime. Now, if you enjoy this type of video, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers, so just show the support.
We're trying to get to 500 actually, so keep hitting that subscribe button. Keep commenting down below if you think Death Note is definitely a worse ending or it could have been better. Let us know.
Alright, let's get into it.
I'm going to say straight off the rip, I feel like if they left it on a cliffhanger to maybe accentuate making up your own story, what happens after the fact, instead of just killing L and replacing him with a carbon copy of the dude. The whole build up to it felt like when L died, it was gonna be the end. Light got away with it. Everything's over. It's that would have been an ending in itself, in my eyes. But they kind of, I don't know if it was not an ass pull, but it was I don't think they wanted Light to win, so they threw in this character that kind of
made it seem.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with, I feel like the ending of Death Note was that since L was such a great character, that when they had Nier, it was just he was just a carbon copy, but it just wasn't as cool or as good. And if you really think about all the things that L did, was he figured out that this whole thing was supernatural off of, and dude's doing regular detective cases and thought to himself, these people are dying, it gotta be supernatural. You don't think that way unless you have top level just thinking, and you're just that guy. And I don't think Nier, I understand he was one of L's boys or prodigies, but still, it just didn't hit. And on top of that, the way I thought Light honestly should have won. He probably should have won.
What I don't understand is what was the whole point of the build up of the show with his relationship with L, if it didn't just end in that way. It kind of just built this whole thing up, made this character everything that connected the two, and then it was okay, he dies anyways, and it doesn't matter, he gets replaced.
Yeah,
it's what was the point of all of that he did and everything that he discovered if he was just gonna die anyways and get replaced? Why didn't they just kill him off rip? It's just the story would have felt more together and compact and flowed better if it was just one result or the other.
Yeah, I think it would have been better if either A, you made L you swapped it, basically the ending. You make L the guy to the end guy, and the big bad who kind of is the one that's alright, I can figure this out. Light, you're sus. I know you're Kira. I'm gonna get you the whole time. And
that was crazy.
And then at the end of it all,
that was crazy.
At the end of it all, what's it called?
Bro spawned in and called it, by the way.
Yeah.
He legit said, alright, by the way, this L took fucking, 22 episodes? 20 episodes? How many was it?
How many episodes is
that? 24?
I think it's 30 something.
No, okay, maybe. It took him mad long to even, come to the conclusion that Light was sus. This dude comes up, no problem, yeah, you're the guy.
Yeah.
Nah, this is crazy.
So I really think that it would have been a better ending if either Light just got away with everything and just won.
There could have just been alternate endings, didn't they?
Well, they made it in the manga a possible alternate ending, basically, that because when I forgot what's the Shinigami's name.
Fucking
whatever his name is, basically said yeah, you're not gonna be you're not. There's no rebirth to you. You're
cooked.
You're done. Yeah. You do this Death Note stuff. Your afterlife is over. And I guess he comes a Shinigami and stuff it's an alternate comes a Shinigami. And basically he's comes after the king of Shinigami. He's supposed to be at the end of it all. On his light shit though, But still, I feel the way everything that happened, how Light was built up, basically no one was touching him, and then he got hold at the end on some bullshit that wasn't even his fault. I mean, I understand he was tweaking out a little bit.
Just kind of how he Light figured out what L's last name was kind of lucky. At the same time, he got caught in that same luck, bro. He got some badass luck where he just got caught out.
Yeah, it wasn't even his fault really, and then he just got hold by a bunch of other people.
That's why I'm why make it happen like that when everything he executed was perfect. Yeah. Maybe it was that he was untouchable, so they had to do something where it's he's questionable. But it's like I don't know. Like that's why I feel like either leaving it on a cliffhanger where Light finds out L's last name, and then him writing in the book, and then you could just leave it at that. That leaves people to guess and shoot out like what they think could have happened.
Time on Tanner, that would have been pretty ass to be honest.
Okay, everyone would have been tight. But like I'm just tight at what happened after that. Like I feel like that would still be better than what happened.
How he ends up in like, honestly, I just think he should have just won. Like,
okay, yeah, I agree.
I think he should have won. And, like, should have.
But what lesson does that teach anybody? That's the problem.
Okay, I understand. He got too cocky and ended up catching like a god combo.
He had a power craze, bro.
Yeah, I get that, but he should have won, and then maybe like, I don't know, maybe some shit like he should have like got hit up with a death note instead too. Like someone else has another death note, and then they write his name down. And
are you dead ass, bro? Are you for real?
That's some shit.
Who is gonna outwit Light?
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying, bro, like the other old girl had a death note.
Yeah, that was weird, bro. That was weird too. I feel like they could have done something with that too. Added that in somehow. Like I don't know. Like she knew what was happening. She knew the Shinigami or something, and like she was able to stop his power craze and end whatever his killings and shit.
But was he doing anything wrong though? I mean, he was just killing people who were actually fucked up.
Yo, this comes back to the same shit. I think it's not that similar, but to Aaron, his take on it. Like,
was he wrong for doing what
like
he did?
Is he wrong for doing what he did to protect the people that he did, or is Al just a crazy ass motherfucker?
Well, I think at the end of it all, maybe he should have got knocked off because he did become crazy. It was knocking off people for no reason. Like if they
messed up once, a homie was done for. Yeah, on my list now.
Like I said, I bet. I understand. I get it. Because after a while, like when you're just like you can write anyone's name down and then you can knock them off. It's pretty easy to be like, oh. Bro, say that to me?
But the difference between the start and the finish, remember he was on TV watching the guy, and he was like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Wrote down his name, but it's like, he was like kind of mortified with his decision.
Yeah.
And it was like every kind of step he made to better, quote unquote, better society, he worsened himself. So in terms with getting, like, having that better, like, he had, like, the right intentions, but the wrong way of doing it. If you know what I mean.
I mean, I think really at the end of the day.
You just kill motherfuckers. That's what you.
No. I think at the end of the day, I think it was one of the messages Death Notes was like the right to end someone's life shouldn't be like
anybody's choice.
A single individual. But like I said, the ending of the way Light got hold was almost similar to how L got hold.
Maybe that's the point. Like maybe that's the reason they did that. Is to show no matter how smart you are.
But you see, it was. I think the way L getting hold was a lot better and like a lot just because
it felt more natural.
But
it definitely
Light
felt
is the
more
main
natural.
character though too. Like we can deal with some BS, but the way Light ends up dying and stuff like that, was kind of whack. Like none of y'all was on his level.
Like out of everything he could have done by or get like caught on or outsmarted by, it just was an ass pull. Not an ass pull, but it was like, come on.
I would say the ending of Death Note does kind of make it's still a top tier anime, like top
tier, gotta be. But I think with such
a bad taste, like
it leaves a bad taste. You're right. Like the whole show, like it just builds you up. Like it makes it just so enjoyable to watch and like to go through all these events and emotions and like different points at where he was at, and then just to have that happen at the end. It's like it takes away from like the feeling of it, but the message is still the same.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the intent is still the same. Like what he went through and everything that you watched was still, quality, still good. So that's why it's like it's kind of hard to jump from that to this.
Yeah, I think Nier should have like been. They should have swapped it, made Nier the beginning person get knocked off by Light. Boom,
L.
And then L comes in, and Light does what he does. He wins, or either L defeats Light but kills L. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have mutual ending. Like,
I got a question with you, and this is with generalizing like anime. Yeah. Can animes end well? Like it's hard for animes to have a final point.
Well, I feel
like
if depending on how big it gets, like if it's like people really fuck with it, like Attack on Titan, like if One Piece ever ends, like there's never
if One Piece ever, yeah, for real,
there's never gonna be like a perfect ending to an anime, especially as more popular it gets. It's hard to write like.
But the problem is like you think they're writing to satisfy people or writing to tell a story. I think at the point where you're making like a lot of money, like you're
definitely writing because you're definitely writing to satisfy other people. Because remember when what's his name that did Jujutsu Kaisen was like, first of all, he openly admits that he hates Gojo. He hates Gojo as a character. He kept it in the story for so long, and then like at the end you could tell that he was writing for the other people, like to have Gojo in the story, because people wanted Gojo to be there the whole time or defeat what's his name. And then he ended the show like the way it was. It was like, fuck it, I don't care what anyone says. But I feel like at the end of the day, you write for yourself, but you also write for others. Most authors probably have an ending in mind, and they kind of try to get as close to that direction as possible.
I think the only ones that really end well are the ones that are up for interpretation.
Yeah.
That's the only one, and it's, I get it's unsatisfying. You don't have an answer, but like take AOT for example. Like it was legit. The message throughout the whole show was the cycle repeats, and at the end was legit just like a sped up time of just hatred, the cycle of hatred and repeating, and it was just in different ways. Just like how we are missiles and guns and nukes, theirs were giants and serums and shit. It's like it doesn't matter what like war crime you commit, it's just the fact that it repeats no matter what society you're in. So it's just like, that's why stuff like I want to say example, like even Solo Leveling, like the ending in that doesn't feel complete for some reason. It just feels like this is how the story went.
Yeah.
It just, a lot of these shows, like I feel like struggle to find an end point where one, it makes everybody happy, and two, it comes full circle.
I think it's pretty hard unless you're Full Metal Alchemist brother.
Yo, for real.
That's the only show I will faithfully fight anyone says that has a perfect.
That came full circle, bro.
Like that's the only anime I can say ever will have probably a perfect ending.
It couldn't be so obvious, but so hard to tell.
Ooh, another one that might have a full ending, perfect ending. Fire Force.
Fire Force is because it's connected to another show.
Yeah, let's not.
I gotta stop there. My bad. Yeah, I forgot I was about to snitch, bro. I was about to snitch.
Saying, that's the only two shows I can think of on the top of my head that got okay. These are perfect endings. But yeah, so I do think the end of Death Note kind of ruins the show a little bit. I mean, not completely. You can still enjoy it, but it's one of those that's like leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
It's just hard to appreciate it when that's the final note.
Yeah.
Like the whole show, you're like, you feel like it's all like falling together. And at the end, it was like that one piece that didn't fucking like come down.
It's like eating a good meal
and then
ass dessert.
Ass dessert, bro. That's for real. That's my problem with it. It's like everything was so good. It taught you so many lessons. It was like you saw it fucking like go on a roller coaster of like emotions and changing how he is as a person. So it's cool to see that. But then it's like, boom, this is the end. That's it. But that's why I think animes as a whole struggle to find an endpoint, because one, you're trying to satisfy other people, and two, you're trying to do what you had with the story and make a full circle. Yeah, exactly. Your original intent with the show.
Well, that's why I think you can't. No ending's ever gonna be perfect.
Except Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, you just don't make it ass.
Yeah. At least have it like feel good. Like I don't know. Like when you end something, like make it feel like it's over.
I feel like no anime can ever like did Naruto feel good when it ended? No,
because it didn't end, bro. Naruto came out, bro. He's still there. Okay, dude. I think for real, if we're on a serious note, I think Naruto should have ended when they finished the Naruto versus Sasuke fight, because that's how it began.
Oh, and you mean never make Naruto again?
Never make Naruto again after that. I understand it's a corporation, a company, you make hella money, you could always do something better with the art you've already created. I get that. Boruto has his own allure. But what I'm saying is like if you end something with how it started, that's kind of a good way to end a show. It's because you came full circle. You had that full journey, and at the end, you come full circle to the end.
Tanner,
that's just me, bro.
Tanner, that's a big ass. When you make that much money in anime, you don't.
I understand that, but look at the ending. There was none.
Yeah, I said animes like that, Pokemon, they don't get endings.
They don't, bro. It's been 12 for fucking 10 years, buddy.
Dragon Ball Z, not getting an ending.
Not getting an ending, bro.
It's gonna keep getting more.
Goku's still fucking 96 years old, bro.
It's not gonna end until you're 45.
Yeah, nah, for real.
I said these shows don't get endings like that. You make too much money. You gotta. It's gonna sell. Boruto is ass, but people still like it.
I don't know. It's just endings are tough, man. I think that could be another episode right there on just how endings are kind of difficult to even not soul leveling. Let's talk about fucking what's it called for a second. Sword Art Online. That's never gonna end.
Oh yeah,
that's never. You would think at the end of the first half a season of Sword Art Online, that's the end point. That could have finished there, and I would have found it.
I mean, that was pretty. It was an ass pull too.
What you mean that was a pull? The dude from in game trying to murk him. No, wait, that's not the ending. Yeah, it is.
No, yeah, the creator.
No, not saying. I'm not saying if it ended when the creator died, and Asuna and Kirito woke up and they were sitting across. They met up. They ran across the hospital. Both fucking. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that shit would have been a W ending. I thought if they ended like that, like,
boom. But nah, he wants to make sister complexes. Fucking goddamn more bitches for him to have. It's like, come on, bro. I mean, I know Alicization had its own kind of shit going on, which made it good. And they added a lot to it.
But they love to add them scenes,
bro. OD. So that's why I'm like, maybe it's just anime struggles as a general to finish like a show at a high note.
I think it's a general author thing. Like, it's hard to kind of wrap up a story
that you've put so much time into prolong.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Especially if you expect it to end like this, and then or expect it to end, it might have a short shelf life, so you have an idea of how it's gonna end, like maybe like 20 chapters or 40 chapters, but then they go, hey, can you keep this running for another 100 chapters, and now you're kind of scrambling again.
Yeah, then you have to like pull stuff out of nothing when you already had something you wanted to finish. No, we're good though. Death Note, leave a comment, let us know if you think the ending ruined it for you or if the show is just as good as it is. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
And MCpodcast is signing out.
Deuces.
Same minute culture, people.
500 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer each time. So let's comment, and subscribe, please.
Yes. 112.
James 112, baby.
Say blessed up.